the years, and it's hard to see him being troubled, I think.
Followed by number 3, Mapamundi for Eve Johnson-Houghton, who will briefly lose behind the podium, but this horse has shown improved form the last twice.
Yeah, he's always been well thought of and got off the mark at Ascot a week ago, beating a pair of newcomers. Not sure yet the value of that form. He needs to take another step forward, but he's the type to go on and will stay further.
Yes, he's got an entry in the Gimcrack and in the Doncaster sales race, and I agree about the comment about we'll get further. Let's move back round to the left-hand side, and the horse that's coming up to the exit, the far side exit from the racecourse stables, and will soon be parallel with us, is horse number 4. That's Miracle of Medina, who's entered in the York sales race, and this horse is improving. This will be his 5th start, so he's quite experienced, and it took a while for him to really put it all together, but the last twice he looks like the penny has really dropped.
Yeah, stepped up in his Lingfield win when he made all on that occasion and battled on really well to land that valuable Salisbury auction contest. But the 5th, in truth, didn't do a great deal for the form on Sandown the other night, and this is a totally different kettle of fish.
We like the ground, though. Back round to the left-hand side, and we can pick up the filly that Chris Richardson was just talking about. That is Survived for William Haggis, who is stuck in that pocket in listed class. There she's number 5 opposite us, enlisted class at Sandown last time.
Yeah, as we mentioned, certainly bred to be very speedy and looked the part when 6th in the Queen Mary. Things didn't really go her way at Sandown after that one, 4th. She's now stepping up from the minimum trip, and I think she'll probably get the trip, but I don't think she'll be as strong as some of the others in the race.
And we have one more left to go. If we move around to the left-hand side, it's the 3rd of those horses over on the far side. Number 2, Cool Bahamian, who's got a red car 2-year-old trophy entry and also a Gimcrack entry. 2 handlers here for Eve Johnson-Houghton.
Yeah, 5 lengths behind the favourite at Epsom and then beat a subsequent scorer in a conditioned event at Pontefract. Probably got more to come, and he just had a £3 pull from the Woodcut Stakes. I don't think that looks enough.
Yeah, he is progressing though. He is unproven, untried on good to firm ground. So those are the 5 then for our feature, this 6 furlong 2-year-old listed event.
Runners have arrived down at the start for the feature race, the Rose Bowl Stakes over 6 furlongs. Richard Hannon's got a fine record in this race, and he saddles the market leader Thunderstrike, who is 8-15, Survive 3-1, Cool Bahamian 8-1, Mapamundi 16-1, and Miracle of Medina 25-1.
So Thunderstrike is a hot favourite to boost the Coventry form and add to his listed tally because he won the Woodcut at Epsom on Derby weekend. He's entered in the Gimcrack and the York and Doncaster sales races, and prior to the last run he'd been very progressive. He's got a £3 penalty for his Woodcut win, but he does very much set the standard on form.
He certainly does. The Woodcut Stakes, he had that one from somewhere. He won by 3.5 lengths in the end, and he was comfortable for that. And didn't do anything wrong at all in the Coventry. Raced prominently all the way, kept punching to the line. The winner in the end is in different gear to the rest of them on the day, but he kept on well for 4th place rather, and this is a big step down, you'd have thought.
And he's up against Survive, says the betting. She's got a Lowther entry. She's related to some very speedy horses, and this is her trying 6 furlongs for the first time. She was 6th in the Queen Mary behind Rosina and then boxed in at Sandown.
Yeah, the Sandown race, just the things didn't really go for her that day. She got hemmed in by the winner Ambience. I can see why they're trying the 6 anyway, because it could open up a few more options, but Thunderstrike is an absolute guaranteed stayer. I would imagine Richard Hughes will just go from the front and try and burn off the speed of Survived.
Move on to Cool Bahamian, who's next in the market at 8-1. This has a red card 2-year-old trophy and a Gimcrack entry, as I mentioned, untried on this kind of fast ground, but is progressive, but has something to find with Thunderstrike, as could only finish 5th in the Woodcut.
Did, but in fairness to Cool Bahamian on that occasion, didn't seem to handle the track as well as the winner, and kept on going well at Pontefract last time. Game winner from Far Ranger, who's won a race since. Definitely going the right direction, as you just mentioned. Very fast ground now today anyway, but Cool Bahamian, he's definitely going the right direction anyway, and good to see Eve Johnson-Houghton getting 2 juveniles in a race like this today.
As John just mentioned, it is fast ground and it's just gone a degree firmer officially prior to this race. It's good to firm in places now. The fastest ground probably any of these have encountered. I know it's fast ground at Royal Ascot, but that straight track I think often supplies a little bit more cushion perhaps than some courses because it's been relayed so recently. Mapamundi is an interesting horse. Gimcrack and a Doncaster sales entry as well, improving the last twice.
Yeah, good second at Yarmouth 2 starts ago, went to Ascot then last week. Don't know really what she done or what he done on that occasion, beating a couple of newcomers, but certainly progressing.
And Miracle of Medinah makes up the line. Went at Salisbury last time, holding on all out, but is progressing.
Ready. They're off. And Cool Bahamian slow, just half reared coming out of the gates, and is the back marker as the blue jacket of Miracle of Medinah is the first one to show in front. By around about a length, black and red colours, Mappa Mundi, Seb Sanders in second place and 2 lengths off them. Richard Hughes on the odds-on favourite here, Thunderstrike in the black and yellow colours, holds the position over the one filly in the lineup, Survived, Martin Harley, a red and white jacket and blue cap, and John Fahy on Cool Bahamian, who just missed the break, gives him time to catch up and get on with it, with the remainder continues to be 2 lengths behind and just about the back marker. Well, Mappa Mundi is coming through now to try and chase down Miracle of Medinah. Thunderstrike just having to be ridden along by Richard Hughes, 2 or 3 lengths off the lead, and at the moment the outsider of 5, Miracle of Medinah, is making the best of his way home. Mappa Mundi's second, Thunderstrike's been well beaten off, could well finish last, and it is Miracle of Medinah, about a 33 to 1 chance, made all and took the 14 grand home. So Miracle of Medinah's won it. Home in second place, Mappa Mundi. Survived is in third, Cool Bahamian in fourth, and Thunderstrike was last.
Well, something of a shock for the Rolls Bowl, the feature race. The outsider of the field at 33 to 1. Miracle of Medinah wins for Mark Usher and Liam Canary. One of the few horses, I suppose, that was proven on proper fast ground. Second was Mappa Mundi for Seb Sanders and Eve Johnson-Houghton. Third, Survived, the filly for Martin Harley and William Howgis. Fourth, Cool Bahamian. And fifth, the very disappointing favourite, Thunderstrike, on whom, John, Richard Hughes was in trouble from quite a long way out.
In trouble from passing really about the 3 or 4 furlong pole. Never really looked happy at all. Don't know if it was just a ground thing. Maybe the horse needs a break, but that was not his running at all, and trailed home last in the end. But fantastic result for the connections of Miracle Medinah, who cost just 3,000 as a yearling. Paid that in spades back now.
He really has, and as we mentioned when we were talking about them in the paddock, this horse has really clicked the last twice. He's been a bit slower on the uptake perhaps than some of his rivals here, but things have clicked for him lately.
Yeah, he was slowly away on a couple of occasions, but he went to Lingfield 2 starts ago, made all on that occasion over 6 furlongs, and then went to Salisbury for that valuable auction race. That was very fast ground that day. It's only a short-head victory, but a really game victory in a race I wasn't too sure how it was working out, but they just went from the front today. They had a pretty easy time of it up front, and in truth, the best horse on the day, and no argument at all, and done it really well.
Yeah, Mappa Mundi's close enough, if good enough, but just inclined to put his head on one side and just hang a little under pressure. That said, the winners hang to the stand-side rail. Yeah,
the ground is firming up, it's now firm in places here today, so some of these horses are probably feeling this, and the winner certainly carrying his head a little bit and edging all the way over to the stand side. But it hasn't stopped him at all, and what a fantastic result for the connections. Looking at the others, Survived in third place, hasn't really improved, you have to say, for the step up in trip, and it just kept plugging away, and they'll probably go back to 5 now. Fourth place, Cool Bahamian.